Good morning. This is just to let you know that if I've been silent for a little while, it's because recently I've just been thinking about a lot of things and decided to, in essence, do a soft reset, hit the reset button. Um, in one way, physically, but also kind of spiritually and hopefully mentally and emotionally by the end of this journey. Um, I'm not saying exactly what I'm doing out here on the broadcast airways because um, I don't want people to just assume and jump in, oh, I'm going to do that sort of thing. One, I've consulted with my doctor, medical professional, and done a lot of research ahead of time. Anybody that knows me knows that I will over plan something to death. But anyway, I am trying to sort of document and keep the journey recorded so that I can later put together a compilation of what's going on. But just know I'm taking it safely and going to go from there. But it got me to thinking how much video games have changed a lot. You know, in my day, the games, you played them until you ran out of lives, game over. Some of them you only have one life, and some of them you had no way of earning more life. You had no way of earning extra stuff in that regards. No way of continuing. I remember continue was such a big deal when we finally that became available. Because now I could progress from where I stopped. Of course, then it still meant you had to marathon session get done with it because all you had was a continue. And if you stopped the game or turn it off, that was it. You were not going to be able to pick up where you left off. And so then one of the next development was the idea of save points, where you can get to a certain point or a checkpoint and you can save your game. So let's say you get further down the line and you didn't overwrite that save file, and you all of a sudden realize, hey, I made a big mistake. You could go back and play from the place where you saved it as long as you hadn't overwritten it. And it got me thinking, I think one of the hardest things is that a lot of times our regular lives don't have those kind of save points. Now, I know some of my really Christian friends out there are going to be like, oh, yes, there are save points. I'm not talking about points at which one is saved. I'm talking about points at which there are touch points in life where, we always ask the question, well, if you had it to do differently, would you, sort of thing. And I kind of wonder about that question sometimes is, there are certain things, I wouldn't trade anything for what I have and where I am now, but I do have to admit from time to time there are places where, with hindsight and with the wisdom that I have now, I think I could have done things a little bit better at certain points. And so, unfortunately, we don't have the victory of a save point that we can just jump back to those spots in time. But thankfully, we do get a clean new start without having to start over from square one with each new day. And so, yeah, it may mean that you've got a few little obstacles, a few little extra baggage that you got to deal with to get through that day, but thankfully every new day is just that, a new day. So let's see what today holds. All right, take care.